Hi there, I'm Shannon, one of the object conservators working here at National Museum's NI. Today I'm going to be working to treat some of our white star-line silverware, which is currently on display in the Titanica exhibition at the Ulster Transport Museum. These silver-plated objects have tarnish well on display, dulling their appearance and making it hard to see decorative details. In their current condition, the silverware no longer looks like how it would have originally, so we've decided to prioritise work on this collection and remove the tarnish. We always take pictures before and after treatment, as this documents all work carried out for each object. So to reduce the tarnishing, I'm using a slurry of fine abrasive, which is just hard enough to remove the tarnish layer without damaging the silver below. This abrasive powder is combined with a non-ionic detergent and deionised water and ethanol. To make sure the treatment can deal with the issues at hand without any negative effect, we always begin testing in an area usually hidden from view. The base of this object would have been the best place to test, however, as this section was facing down, it hadn't been exposed to the same environment and therefore isn't as tarnished. Even just swabbing with ethanol is enough to reduce the uppermost layer of tarnishing, as you can see here. The next step of treatment will be a lacquer coating. This will minimise contact with the environment, slowing the rate of tarnishing and the need for future cleaning. Every time we clean to reduce tarnish as we've done here, we're essentially removing a very fine layer of silver. This is something we're especially keen to avoid here, as these objects are all plated, so frequent cleaning will eventually reveal the brass metal below. I'm using an acrylic resin and solvent to coat the objects. This particular resin was chosen as it has properties such as good long-term stability, reversibility and adhesion to metal. Also included in the mix is a UV fluorescent dye. This doesn't influence the colour of the mixture on the silver, but will fluoresce under a UV torch, so we can use these properties to show if we've missed any areas. The lacquer is applied by spray in a fume cupboard. The fume cupboard works to extract any solvent vapour away, protecting us from any harmful properties. As before, we always like to test before using the material on an object. If there were any materials present on the object which could be damaged by the lacquer, such as wood for example, we would always consider covering these, or using a different application method such as brushing. Once we've applied a couple coats of the lacquer, we'll leave the object until it's touch dry. We can use several techniques to assess the coating, such as looking at the object under UV, as I spoke about before, or we can use a piece of equipment, perhaps more familiar to electricians. This is a continuity tester. When the two probes make contact with an electrically conductive material such as metal, it will make a beep. However, if the coating is sufficiently thick, it will be impossible for the tester to make an electric circuit and the tester will remain silent. We can use this across an object to get an idea if the lacquer coating is creating a sufficient barrier. So as you can see here, there's quite a marked difference in appearance between the before and after images. Now that work is complete, this collection of objects can be returned to display to be enjoyed in their new polished state. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek behind the scenes at some of the work that we got up to here at the museum.